everyone, I'm Jake. Welcome to our channel, and here I am back with another video providing you the out of the box information. And the topic for today's video is, what does a legitimate immigration consultancy actually do? What is their entire process? In fact, I recently made a video on the Northwest Territories of Canada. You can have a look here, in which I mentioned about one legitimate consultancy services company called CanadianVisa.org, which is based in Canada. I provided that information because a lot of my subscribers, they keep asking me about the consultancy services, how to find the right consultancy services, and that's why I provided the information. In fact, a lot of my subscribers already started availing services from CanadianVisa.org. But in the comment section, I also found some very confusing comments where people are saying that they're asking for our credit card details at the evaluation stage. So I thought this is high time that, once and for all, I need to clear the air about the consultancy services. What do they actually do? What to expect from them? What are you actually paying for? You need to understand that, before going out and spreading rumors like this is a scam and this and that. Get the right information. So I decided to come up and provide you the information in this video. I will give you the step-by-step breakdown of what is the entire process of these consultancy services. Alright guys, so without further ado, I'm gonna break this entire process into 3 steps. Number 1 is the evaluation process. Second is your personalized roadmap to immigration. And third is the application process. Starting with the first step, the evaluation process. Now, whether you want to come to Canada to study, work, live here, or immigrate to Canada for good, the first and foremost important step is the eligibility evaluation. The eligibility evaluation is not only to determine your eligibility, but also your likeliness to succeed in getting the Canadian PR. At the same time, this very eligibility evaluation forms the very foundation of your entire application process. This very eligibility evaluation provides you the guidance on which route to follow, the immigration plan to follow, which is the right province according to your skills. This very eligibility evaluation optimizes your chances of success, and there are so many people who get confused on this very question, that which province should I move to, which city should I go. So this is where this eligibility evaluation becomes so relevant, because on the basis of this evaluation, you can actually know for sure which is the right province for you. So basically this eligibility evaluation, what is it? It's a in detail or in-depth questionnaire about your work experience, your education background, your skills level, your language abilities, immigration needs, and much more. This very eligibility evaluation provides the right information to the RCIC, the Registered Canadian Immigration Consultant, who can then guide you in the right direction. So this evaluation stage is where a lot of people are getting confused, because there are certain websites which are offering free evaluation, and the difference is that when you go with a registered and legitimate agency, they work with RCIC, the Registered Canadian Immigration Consultant, who have been licensed and certified by ICCRC, which is an official government body in the case of immigration and visa services. Now, these certified and licensed RCIC, they need to get their salary paid. So there is definitely a fees involved at this stage. Let me tell you very clearly that yes, if you're thinking about getting free evaluation services, those free evaluation services are a very surface level evaluation. They only check your basic criminal record check and your medical issues, and then they tell you that okay, you're eligible, so they push you to start your process with them. So this free evaluation is like a clickbait. You click on it and then you're in, and you end up paying more at the later stage. At least with the proper legitimate agency who asks you for evaluation fees, they are taking you from first step to the last step in the proper organized manner with the certified and licensed official. Another thing that you need to understand is that Canada has almost 70 immigration and visa options for which you may be eligible. Now let's say for example that you could not make the cut for express entry because of the high CRS, which is 471 even now. So in that case, what happens? Do you give up your hopes of coming to Canada? No. And that's where these RCIC comes into play, because they are specialized in the Canadian immigration law and the visa programs, and they have the ability to strategize according to the situation, match up your skills and your entire documentations with the available programs like the PNP programs, and they can make a plan for you that how by using some other option apart from express entry you can still come to Canada with your family. Also, you need to understand this evaluation process is gonna take time because there's a lot of improvisation which is required. There might be more documents which might be required by RCIC depending on the current scenario or the situation of your application or the policy changes, because especially in case of PNP program there are so many policy changes which keeps happening. So these RCIC, since they are specialized in Canadian immigration law, they can improvise and help you with making your application more stronger. And that is why it is important to understand that there is nothing called free evaluation, because the evaluation stage is the make it or break it stage of your entire application process. If you go wrong here, then you will never go right. So don't compare the legitimate agency who is asking you fees at this initial stage with someone who is offering free evaluation services. I told you those free evaluation services are like clickbait. They will invite you in, just check your basic medical and criminal record and tell you that you're eligible, and then they will ask you to pay double the amount, and since you're convinced that now you're eligible you will pay that fees, and even still you have the chances of getting rejected. And that's where the whole confusion happens. People pay that money and then they start saying that I've been scammed, this is all a scam, consultants are not good. Remember one thing, there are no free lunches in this world. And that is why an agency which asks you a certain amount of fees for evaluation process, at least they are being honest with you, and they will tell you after your evaluation phase whether you qualify for any program or not. At least they won't ask you the entire amount in the beginning and then tell you that you're rejected. So I believe after this whole explanation, now you at least understand the payment of fees at the evaluation stage is crucial. Alright, now let's move on to the next step, and that is your personalized immigration roadmap. So after you receive the results of your evaluation process, or what you can call your personalized immigration roadmap, the RCIC then will guide you that which immigration program you qualify for, which is the right province based on your eligible immigration program, and what exactly is now needed to proceed with your application. So at this stage you get the actual information that what do you need to do, whether you should continue with your application or you should not. Now, as I told you earlier also that it is important to understand that just by getting your eligibility evaluation does not guarantee you a visa. It is not a visa. It is merely an evaluation. So please, at this point, if your RCIC tells you that you do not qualify or you should or should not proceed with your application, don't feel that you have been scammed by the agency. The truth is at this stage also the application process has not even started. This is just to give you a clear direction, an honest opinion, a certified opinion by a authorized and licensed official whether you should continue with your application process or not. Immigrating to a different country, a new country, is not an easy job, and it's a very serious situation, and so should you be serious about it. So based on your analysis and evaluation, if your RCIC gives you a right direction that okay, you can proceed with your application with this and this immigration program, at this stage of course you will be asked to pay another additional fees for your visa application. I'm sure you have been doing your research about immigrating to Canada, and immigrating to Canada is not cheap. It comes at a certain price. It is expensive, especially if you are availing the services of certified and licensed professionals in the field of immigration. Now moving on to the third step, and that is your actual application process. So this thing you need to understand that Canadian immigration application process is an extremely meticulous process with lots of paperwork and documentation. If your application is submitted incorrectly, it can either get refused or it can delay your application process times significantly. So there are a few reasons why your application can get refused. So number one is of course you're not eligible for the visa program that you're applying for, spelling mistakes, missing information, false information or misrepresentation, lack of supporting document. This is where a lot of people get refused. The supporting documents are so important. Now, in case of a legitimate agency like CanadianVisa.org, the RCIC assigned to your case, they act on your behalf. They are the one who fill up your entire application. They assist you and guide you for getting all the right documents which can strengthen your application. They fill in the paperwork, make sure that everything is correct, and they file your application on the right time without any delay. At this stage, I want to re-emphasize on the fact that the agencies or the immigration agency does not sell you a visa. They only sell the services. In fact, nobody can guarantee you a visa except the government of Canada. Regulated agencies just significantly increases your chances of getting the visa. If there is someone out there who is telling you that they can guarantee you or get you a visa, that is the first red flag and the sign of a scam. Whereas a legitimate agency, let's say for example CanadianVisa.org, it is an immigration agency which is situated in Canada itself and it is based in Vancouver. They have a team of RCIC, the Regulated Canadian Immigration Consultant, who have been certified and licensed by ICCRC, which is a regulated government body. Now, the benefit of these RCIC is that they are trusted by the Canadian government itself, that they would be able to provide you guys the right guidance and correct information on Canadian immigration process and Canadian immigration law. Now, one confusion which comes here is that some people say that they can take the services of an immigration lawyer as well, and of course you can take it. I have nothing against that. That is also one way of getting your immigration process done. But all the information that I have, I can only tell you that the difference between RCIC and immigration lawyer is that an immigration lawyer cannot act on your behalf. They will still have to get a third party involved, which is again a regulated or licensed consultant. So in that case, your time of the application process also increases, and at the same time your fees also increases because you're paying the immigration lawyer as well, and then you will also be paying for the third party, that is the RCIC. So it's like holding your nose like this or like this, is exactly the same analogy. So in case of a company like CanadianVisa.org, they already have a team of RCIC. They don't need a third party. So you're directly dealing with the assigned RCIC to your application process. So you save on time and you save on money as well. Another important thing I want to tell you, the information that I found out about CanadianVisa.org, is that the success rate in getting you the visa is 97%. The fees that you're paying is for that 97% success rate in optimizing your chances of getting the visa. All, in the end, I want to tell you guys that yes, if you are planning to take consultancy services, then I highly recommend CanadianVisa.org due to their 97% success rate and the team of dedicated, registered Canadian immigration consultants. I mean, just let them check your eligibility, let them do your evaluation. Is the most important step in your application process. After that, if you feel that you want to carry on your own, take the risk, then yes, you can still do that. But I would still say stick with them for the whole process and your chances increases by 97%. So before I end this video, the last instruction is that there are no free lunches in this world. So please do not fall for free evaluation. It can completely ruin your entire immigration plan. Alright guys, I'm gonna see you next time in another out of the box information video. Bye.